All right, welcome back to Short Form 1. So let us begin to explore the first few moves of our short form. Begin with commencement. So follow me. Ready? Begin. Just do some repetitions of the opening move. Bending, stretching, bending, stretching. Bending, stretching. Nice. We're aiming to power and control the arms and hands from the legs and the waist. So to bring your hands back, you sink into a 𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗢𝗨 squat. To send the hands down, you stretch up through the legs and the 𝗥𝗘. To elevate the hands, you sink into your legs and 𝗥𝗘. To send the hands out, stretch up through the legs. Nice. One more together. Here we go. All right. Let's add move 2, play the lute. Follow me. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Shift weight to your right, bend. Right, stretch, wrap, step, finish, take your pulse. Nice. Smoothly back to neutral. And repeat. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Shift weight, bend. Stretch. Wrap. Step. Finish. Take your pulse. Feel that, how that stretches your back as you assume this posture. Smoothly back to neutral. And repeat. Ready, begin. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Shift weight, bend. Stretch. Wrap. Step. Finish. Take your pulse. Smoothly back to neutral. So watch me, please. So I'm just going to do the lower body move components of those two moves. Here's the 𝗥𝗘 squat in move 1. You're all doing that nicely. And note, my legs are bending. And then in move 2, I do a 𝗥𝗘 squat as I shift weight. So hey, my legs are bending here too. Bend your legs. Bend. That's it. And then I step. So if you find you're shifting weight, but you're not bending your legs, bend your legs. All right, let's try that again. Ready, begin. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Shift weight, bend. Stretch. Wrap. Step. Finish. Take your pulse. Nice. Smoothly back to neutral. All right, next move. Move 3. Single hand Pong. Let's just go review the basics. So the footwork, pretty straightforward. So take a step forward. And this is where we end up at the end of play the lute. So we're just going to do the footwork right now. So put your hands on your belly. And move 3, single hand Pong introduces rotation, and we're gonna rotate in nearly every move after this. So turn your hips into your weighted leg. That's it. And then we shift weight. That's the footwork. If you feel pigeon-toed, that's the idea. Reset. Hip straight ahead, foot straight ahead. Turn your hips. Shift weight. Yeah. Reset. Turn your hips. Shift weight. Reset. Next, put your mind in your right knee. Right knee. And when you turn your hips, if you feel any twisting or any forces going through that knee that are at all uncomfortable, turn your hips left. When we add rotation, we're engaging the most powerful muscles in the body, the human body, and they can destabilize your knee alignments, and you don't want to do that. You want that knee to feel stable, with the forces going through that knee balanced. So let's give that a try. Feel your right knee. Turn your hips, feel that knee, and shift weight. Reset. Nice. 1, 2. All right, let's add the hands. As we turn our hips, this top hand slides wrist to wrist. So we got an X. Reset. 1. Reset. 1. Reset. 1. Now we're going to shift weight, and this backhand slides wrist to fingers. Yeah, that's it. Reset. 1. Shift weight. 2. That's it. Reset. 1. Shift weight. 2. That's it. So when we introduce rotation, then we've got some angles to consider. And the angles I will articulate here are ballpark. So you don't need to hit these angles precisely, but they're general guidelines. So I define this as the starting direction, the direction where I start doing commencement. And then 90 degrees to my right, in this case is a wall, all right? And we're going to end up at the end of move 4 facing 90 right. Move 3 rotates me approximately 45 degrees to the right. So it's different than 90 to the right. It's somewhere between the starting direction and 90 to the right. So just watch that for that angle. And watch me here. Now, I'm facing somewhere between the starting direction and the wall to my right. So if you find you do move 3 and you're already looking at that wall, you can rotate a little less. We're going to turn to face that wall at the end of move 4. All right. So let's put those first 3 moves together. Commencement through, single hand Pong, moves 1 through 3. Follow me. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift weight. 1, 2. Wrap, step, finish, take your pulse. Turn wrist to wrist, shift weight, wrist to fingers. Nice. Smoothly back to neutral. And repeat. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Shift weight, bend. Stretch. Wrap. Step. Finish. Take your pulse. Turn wrist to wrist. Shift weight, wrist to fingers. Nice. Smoothly back to neutral. All right, let me check in. Here in the studio, what are your questions on moves 1 through 3? All right. So one of the reasons that I have devoted this part of my life to teaching Tai Chi is because I find it really fun. And I hope that you all are enjoying this too. There can be a tendency when you start, there's all these details and maybe the movements initially feel awkward. And one perspective at successfully learning Tai Chi is getting comfortable with those sensations of being a beginner. And for many of us at this time of life, we're not used to being beginners. But to engage in those feelings of being a beginner and stick with it, lots of good can come from that. And you're all welcome to enjoy this, and you are in a supportive, welcoming learning environment. All right? I will see you next time. Bye-bye.